We are very pleased at Amadeus to be here in the Tourism Innovation Summit. In terms of value proposition, I would highlight two areas in which we are being very active and we are presenting our technology today. One is all the initiatives surrounding data spaces. Data spaces is one of the main innovative initiatives surrounding not only destinations but travel and tourism. And the challenge is for the sector to build up a trustful and a sovereign innovative ecosystem in which we can share data in order to achieve certain objectives that in the current environment is difficult to achieve. No? This means that we are working with the rest of the industry in building up that value proposition. We have examples of data spaces that Amadeus has led, like EONA X, in which we work with airlines, airports, railways and tourism destination service providers in order to make that data available for the rest of the value chain so that this can be booked, this can be planned, and at the end there's part of the journey. The second area is how can we make sure that some of that travel content, local service providers in the tourism destination, are visible for the rest of the value chain and also for the final travelers. No? So every time we plan and we inspire ourselves to make a trip, it's difficult to find, places in which we can make the planning, we can make the booking, we can ticket, and we can. So Amadeus has developed jointly with the rest of the industry technologies and some platforms in which we integrate that content and we make it available through different channels so that it can be easily booked by each of us. I think the number one challenge and opportunity for the tourism sector is continue to be as strategic and as important for the economies of, I would say, around the world. No? Globally, in terms of GDP, we are talking about probably 10 to 12%. So the economic contribution of the tourism sector continues to be critical. Spain, Seville is one example. I think here even we are talking about 14, 15%. So the competitiveness and in terms of generating revenue, in terms of generating economies of scale, it's is relevant. No? And the second one is how can we make sure that digitalization and sustainability, which are two vectors key in the agenda for any travel company, are easily adopted and are easily implemented in our day-to-day business. At Amadeus, the digitalization, we are one of the enablers, so we work with the rest of the industry to make that a reality. Sustainability is becoming a key topic also for us. How do we make sure that the sector continues to be resilient, sustainable from an environmental point of view, but also from an economic point of view, which has to do with how do we work with the rest of the tissue, with SME companies, with local companies, with the little companies to make travel and tourism very competitive. This, I think, is a very excellent example of events in which, number one, we work together, we share in this type of events our knowledge, our technology, but also building relationships. And that is critical because we see an environment in which we are working together more and more. So probably in the past, I think each company has its own business and then sometimes we connect it. We see tourism is about collaboration, especially when it comes to technology adoption. So this event contributes to foster knowledge, sharing best practices, and third, improve and foster collaboration. So that's important. The second one, which I think is extremely important, is reputation. We all have to contribute to make the travel and tourism sector more reputable. I think there's many things happening around the world in which sometimes tourism on the one hand is put as a key sector, but at the same time it can be seen locally by the citizens as a threat. No? So we have to make sure that there's a balance between this type of congresses and how this gets integrated into the local economies of the places where it takes place. So kudos for this. I think there is a great example of type of congress and events that bring value to the business.